When it comes to buying a gun, we all want to find a perfect model for ourselves. But do you know there are some guns in the market that you should never ever consider? Those firearms bring more trouble than they are actually worth. What are the reasons that make them such a bad choice? Stay with us until the end of this video to explore some of the firearms that you should never buy and discover what makes them a risky investment. Number 7. Colt's 2000 model. The Colt's 2000 model has earned a bad reputation in the market due to its poor design and unreliable performance. First off, it has one of the toughest triggers, which is heavy at 12 pounds, making it hard to shoot accurately. When it comes to reliability, it had frequent failures in feeding and extraction that make matters worse. In addition, the 2000 model is considered one of the most unreliable firearms, as the gun could accidentally fire if it was dropped. This happened because its internal mechanism wasn't built to stop the firing pin from moving when the gun slips out of your hands. And the accuracy? It was totally a disaster. The front side of the shotgun, like most other guns, wasn't fixed to the slide and sat on the barrel bushing that wears out with time. When it wore out, the barrel lockup became loose, leading to inconsistent accuracy. So this model was not at all made for precision. The build quality was not good enough, and the firearm lacked refinement, which caused it to stay behind its strong competitors. The result? Colt gave up on this model in less than 2 years. It was discontinued in 1994, earning its reputation as one of the biggest failures in the firearm industry. Number 6. Cobra Terminator. Are you after something unusual? The Cobra Terminator might appeal to you for its uniqueness, but if you want reliability, this one will surely disappoint you. Let's take a closer look at why this firearm didn't succeed. One of the serious downsides of this firearm was frequent malfunctions, and there were several reports regarding its jamming and failures, making it not a trustworthy firearm. On top of that, the build quality was not up to the mark, and cheap materials were used for its construction, which could not handle heavy use. The slam-fire design is another major flaw of this firearm that makes the barrel assembly move backwards when fired, resulting in a major recoil. Due to this, it's one of the worst shotguns to fire, especially if you are not used to managing high recoil weapons. When it comes to handling, the Cobra Terminator is one of the most uncomfortable guns out there, with a poorly designed stock and grip, which is a real pain to hold, especially during long shooting hours. After all, comfort is something that cannot be compromised, and no one wants to deal with a gun that's uncomfortable to shoot, would you? Number 5. Colt Model 1855 Revolving Rifle. The Colt Model 1855 was a uniquely built firearm that combines the rapid-fire capability of a revolver with the range of a rifle. The idea seemed to be a cool one, but it didn't turn out the way it had been planned. Imagine you are in a critical situation and your rifle is struggling to work. Would you want that kind of reliability in your weapon? I guess not. The Model 1855 faced the same issues where its revolving mechanism was prone to jamming, leaving you in trouble. The other downside of this firearm was that it was heavy, which made it tiring to carry and shoot, so you can't expect it to carry for longer periods at the range. After all, everybody wants something to carry comfortably without feeling weighed down. The Colt Model 1855 revolving rifle wasn't good with precision either. Its revolving mechanism doesn't line up with the barrel perfectly, which makes it difficult to shoot where you aim. All these issues made the Colt Model 1855 revolving rifle a poor investment, especially if you want a weapon you can actually rely on. Number 4. Beretta Model 1923. The Beretta Model 1923 is another firearm that came with a lot of problems. It was built around the 9mm Glicenti cartridge, which was weaker than standard 9mm rounds. The earlier versions of the shotgun had a serious issue with the disconnector where the hammer fell prematurely before the breech was fully closed, which could lead to accidental discharges and misfires, posing security concerns. If reliability is the key, you would not want this in your firearm, right? Although the problem was addressed in later models with better disconnectors, the complexity of the problem was still a challenge that needed careful attention and maintenance to keep it in top working condition. Accuracy was also not a strong point for Model 1923. It lacked an adjustable rear sight, which makes aiming a challenge. Due to all these issues, the Beretta Model 1923 was remembered for its flaws, which also dominated the success it might have had. Number 3. USFA Zip 22. Thinking about purchasing the USFA Zip 22? Here is what you need to know. The Firearm is known to have issues with feeding and ejecting rounds that cause shooters to be in trouble during high-stress situations. The gun is also not a safe one to consider, as it features charging bars at the front instead of the slide, unlike traditional weapons that lead to safety concerns. If you weren't careful while charging the gun, you could easily end up injuring your fingers. Isn't it something dangerous? We all want a weapon that is lightweight and easy to carry, and the USFA Zip 22 was built to be feathery light, which seems like a cool idea, but this ended up sacrificing some of the basic features of this pistol. In an attempt to make it simple, the pistol was prone to severe malfunctions, making it one of those unreliable firearms that you cannot trust. The idea of this unique firearm seemed so promising that the company focused entirely on the Zip 22 and stopped producing its famous single-action Army revolvers. The failure of USFA Zip 22 has left them struggling financially, finally leading to bankruptcy in 2017. Number 2. Winchester Model 1911 SL Shotgun. The Winchester Model 1911 SL Shotgun is another firearm that has earned a reputation for being unsafe and difficult to use. The shotgun was designed by T.C. Johnson that didn't stay in production for long. It incorporated Browning's innovative recoil-operated system into a new design which faced major reliability and safety concerns. One of the major drawbacks of this weapon is that the gun lacks a charging handle that is used to chamber a round. Instead, the user had to pull back the barrel to chamber a round, which was a serious risk as the barrel could unexpectedly jump back, making it extremely dangerous. Due to this reason, the Model 1911 was nicknamed the Widowmaker while limiting its popularity in the firearm industry. In 2005, the gun was reportedly involved in incidents where 4 people were injured during loading and cleaning, which further cemented its reputation for being one of the poor firearms. This poor choice was made even worse with another flaw in its design. The buffer rings in the shotgun, which were supposed to reduce the recoil during firing, often broke down, leading to extra strain on the stocks that would sometimes split, contributing to the poor shooting experience. The shotgun also had issues with its stock, which seems like a nice high-quality walnut, but in reality it was a laminated birch that started to delaminate in wet weather while weakening the stock. And the list of its flaws just keeps growing. The shotgun also had magazine issues that sometimes failed to feed rounds properly, leading to misfeeds and faults during the process. Would you really want to trust a firearm with so many drawbacks? The Model 1911 is definitely not worth the investment. Number 1. Boito Double. Are you on a tight budget and easily attracted by low-priced firearms? If so, don't let Boito Double's affordability fool you. The firearm has some serious durability concerns and is built with cheaper materials such as the wood used in the stock is of low quality and gets damaged if exposed for a longer duration. In addition, the shotgun is not perfectly finished and features rough edges, unlike premium guns. And yes, if you don't give it enough attention, the metal parts on it can easily get rusted and corroded, so it needs to be properly and regularly maintained. The Boito Double has also faced some serious reliability issues, such as misfires, so you cannot rely on it for your shooting and hunting adventures. And finally, if you want something innovative to keep up with the times, the Boito Double might not be a great choice that doesn't bring anything new to the table. It's very basic as compared to other shotguns on the market. Nevertheless, while the price might be attractive, this shotgun will give you more trouble than satisfaction. These guns have a long history of disappointing performance, so think twice before you make a purchase. After all, your investment should bring you comfort and not the problems. That's a wrap to our video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content on the latest firearms. See you soon again. Take care.